Alright guys, so it's getting a little bit chilly out. We are just entering August, and I wanted to show you guys a little bit of the progress that we've been making. I haven't made too many updates on this side of the building, which I would consider to be the multi-purpose space, whether or not it's for podcasts, studios, stage performances, live events, something that a set could be built in. But before we do any of that, we had to do a little bit of shuffling around of some wood for the framing. Now, I have been lucky enough to park my car in this bay, so I've been very, very lucky. We are using the front camera of my phone. The quality may not be great, but at least with this I can frame my shot. We will improve over time, but I just wanted to get this video up rather than not. So I've been, like I said, lucky enough to have my car parked here. So what we wanted to do is go ahead and squeeze as much wood as we could. Whether or not it's up there in this drop down, we had different backdrops up there, but it's bolted right into the ceiling. So great place for wood. We've also got this loft over the bathroom that, as you can see, very, very great place to just, get wood out of the way. That's really what we needed to do, and that's what we accomplished tonight. Now, one of the major purposes of removing all of this wood is, as you can see behind me, the green insulation right over there, in addition to the second window, which you can't see because it's behind that white plastic sheeting. But we want to go ahead and install some sand windows, because just in case we do eventually want to actually put windows in there. But for the time being, as far as, sound pollution in a studio and a set, you really don't want to be dealing with random sounds. Another feature that we're considering in this room, now that we're talking about it, would be a possible hallway to kind of divide the spaces up, but also, give access to the bathroom, the kitchen. Now, I do have a brand new refrigerator, so we'll have a nice stainless steel refrigerator, a couple microwaves, some music. I haven't really made many videos in this room because this is a construction zone. It's not very pretty, and I've really been asked not to film the contractor, so I've been limited to what I've been able to film. But just to give you guys a little bit of look at the bathroom, we have done a pretty decent job on the bathroom as far as getting the sink, the flooring, and we do still plan on putting framing and insulation on the exterior walls. Now, that'll be the plan after we go ahead and take care of those sand doors right over there. That will end up just putting framing, insulation, and the insulation is right over here. John's Mainville, shout out them. I linked him in a story and they liked my post one time, so shout out. And one of the other big challenges that we've had that we've not really able to understand would be this transformer right behind us. That it is traditionally for a 3-phase unit, but we no longer need it. And at the time, it was worth a pretty good chunk of change that I won't disclose. But the machine shop that was in here, by law, that if they were to install this, they had to leave it. So, now we're kind of putting up with having to deal with, well, what do we do with this now? And the connection down there is pretty serious, 3-phase. My grandfather owned a machine shop. That's primarily what he did here. This also happened to be a milk distribution center as well at one time, as well as a gas station. So that was a big expense, was actually getting the tanks out of the ground. It's too bad the tanks aren't still in there. I wouldn't mind having a gas station. Crap. But that's at least our plan for this front room, the multi-purpose room, the A room, and this would be the C room for Cyclorama. And I have not yet edited the episode recently because, I got a little bit too testy. Unfortunately, I tend to vent in these videos, and you guys aren't my therapist. This isn't therapy with TP, so I've got to kind of edit it down and, de-emotionalize it. Because for me, like I said, my grandfather had a machine shop in here, and this has been my dream my entire life to make it in here. And over the past 2 years, or over the past 4 years, I had developed a lot of momentum to put me in this position, and now due to the virus, and now due to, different business agreements gone awry, the momentum in my future has been compromised. That, a lot of other people, during this time are also at, really great risk. So, I'm definitely speaking to the choir, and if anybody needs help, if anybody needs some promotion, if anybody needs just some, kind words, definitely reach out. If you're an artist, if you're a producer, if you're a videographer, if you're someone that wants to develop a community, even if you're not local, I've been talking to people that are athletes, artists, entrepreneurs, and others. So if you're in that group, definitely stay tuned to the content. I want to thank you for subscribing. We're around 915 subscribers, guys. Let's get to 1,000. And I know these videos aren't going to age so well, but I feel that as far as content goes, it's more important to show the process of how we got to our success, hopefully, or our studio's success, rather than being like, oh, well, the studio's done, come check us out. You guys really need to feel the emotions behind, building this studio. And if, it tends to get rambly or venti, I do apologize, but I know a lot of you guys know that I have good intentions, but as I have learned, good intentions are often not good enough. So that's the word, and if you don't already know, this was Anthony Marshall, and as always, we'll see you.